Global oil markets are reacting to the war in Iran. Oil prices surged to more than $119 per barrel yesterday and then dropped sharply after President Trump suggested the war could end very soon. The big board right now looking positive at this time. Americans are starting to see the impact of the war at the gas station. AAA says the average gallon of gas is now $3.54 across the country. That's up from $3.48 yesterday and $3.11 last week. Let's go live to MarketWatch Washington Bureau Chief Robert Schroeder. Rob, thank you so much for joining us. So G7 nations, they're holding off for now, at least, on tapping into oil reserves. What do you think went into that decision to hold off?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me. That's right. And oil prices are down quite a bit today, even on the assumption or the thought that something could happen here in the next couple of days. Now, President Trump, for his part, has been saying that he does expect oil prices to fall and therefore gasoline prices once the conflict with Iran is over. And he this week has been making optimistic statements about the speed at which he thinks that the operation will be over. So that could be playing into it. He said it could be over very soon. So that may be playing into some psychology here.
And I want to ask about this whole thing about oil reserves, because I didn't even know that all these countries have oil reserves waiting for maybe a disaster to happen for when they can use it. Can you explain to us what the global impact of a country deciding to tap into its oil reserves? What does that mean?
Sure. Well, the U.S., Japan, and other countries do have exactly what it sounds like, reserves of oil that are waiting to be used in situations like this or emergency situations like Hurricane Katrina several years ago. And when they release oil, it puts more onto the market, obviously. The supply increases and prices theoretically adjust after that. So that's what the sort of strategy here, the strategic thinking in the possibility of releasing these things is.
And I'm curious about what it means when they do tap into it. Does that mean that this is now a worse situation that they may have anticipated when they went into it? Or what's your thought on that?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really a backup type of thing. In the U.S.'s case, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve wasn't meant to impact oil prices, but it's been kept as a sort of back pocket solution in times just like this one that we're seeing now. When you increase the supply, hopefully the price goes down. But it wasn't initially used for that sort of purposes. It was more of an emergency measure.
Okay. And I know you don't have a magic ball or magic mirror and you can't predict the future, but when can people here in the U.S. expect to see improvement at the gas pump?
Well, oil prices, as we look for at least the one that's used in the U.S., that's West Texas Intermediate, are down about 11% this morning. So that should translate into some relief at the pump here over the next days or weeks. So I think there's reason, at least at this moment, to be optimistic. We'll have to see how the rest of the war plays out, though, and if there could be any further spikes in that.
Okay, we shall see. Robert Schroeder, thank you so much for your insight today. We appreciate it.